FBG Duck had some lyrics that would make you think he was a cold killer, from dissing his ops to even dissing OTF/600's dead members, made FBG Duck a well-hated figure in Chicago, with a big target on his back from his ops. This is the criminal history of FBG Duck and the war against FBG and OTF.
Brick City, man. That's almost
Brick
Bricks, man.
Brick City. Shout out to
crazy. Shout out to
Rob, Chicago police tell me that these 3 victims were targeted, that 4 men in 2 different vehicles came down Oak Street, stopped right here in the middle, and started firing.
Carlton D Weekly, aka FBG Duck, was born on 1993 and raised on the south side of Chicago. He was first born in the Ida B. Wells apartments on 39th Street. These apartments were constructed in the 1940s and demolished throughout 2002 to 2011, which forced FBG Duck and his family to move with their grandmother on the 6300 block of St. Lawrence in Chicago. Having to live with over 17 people in a small Chicago home made it hard for FBG Duck early on. Plus, he says he was a bad kid and was a problem child for beating up anyone that got in his way, and got involved with gangs and street violence at an early age. Of only the age of 13, FBG Duck would find himself gangbanging and deep in a beef after his best friend Tooka got killed on the south side of Chicago at a bus stop at On Teens. Plus, after Tooka got killed, he would lose many more people down the line as a result of gun violence. OTF/600 was supposedly responsible for the murder of Tooka, and even though FBG Duck wasn't a get-back killer, which one of the get-back killers was supposedly 051 Melly, which I have a video on my page about him, he was still the voice of STL/FBG and made plenty of diss tracks to get back at his ops, which his first song was even a diss track against edai 600 named Flyboy Gang presents Duck Wild Out.
Shout out to Young Capo, I know you know he my fuck idol. They claim it's a drill, so one of them be on the fucking roof. He say that he hot as me.
He dropped this on May 3rd, 2011, but about 2 to 3 days later, edai will come out with his own diss track named F Da Otha, dissing the whole FBG and 051.
Yeah, man. These niggas, man, song, man. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga talking about 05 what? You know what I'm talking about? The other nigga, Lil Duck, making a little song dissing me and shit. That ain't shit, man. You know I'm about to go with it.
Edai off the yak, I go so stupid, bring me back a 50 Mac up in my Mac. Hello, free my Nicky Mac.
2 days later, FBG Duck and Billionaire Black would drop another diss track, rapping to the same beat edai was just rapping to. But unfortunately, as tensions became higher, somebody from the 600 set would lose their life to gun violence, and this was Steven McGee, aka Lil Steve. 6 p.m. September 19th, 2011. McGee was walking on Prairie Avenue when a man passing on a bicycle warned that guys with guns had gathered in a nearby alley, police said. Then 1 or 2 people emerged from the alley and opened fire, hitting McGee in the head and upper body, police said. McGee was rushed to Stroger Hospital, where he was pronounced dead later that evening. McGee was an 8th grade student at the Ross Elementary School, according to Chicago Public Schools. A witness identified a 14-year-old boy as the trigger man, who fired several shots at McGee in the 600 block of South Prairie Avenue at about 5:50 p.m. Monday. Police believe the shooting was motivated by an internal gang conflict, and this really shows you how these guys was gangbanging while they were still kids. And years to come, FBG Duck would drop songs like Duck Freestyle, FBG Duck and Brick, BTE Killing-ish. But on September 14th, 2013, would drop his biggest single of that time, named Right Now. And that song really put FBG Duck on the map, with that song at over 13 million views of today. FBG Duck began to get shows and fans from all over. Another big hit for FBG Duck was on 2013 June 9th, named Do It Like Me, featuring Lil J, Lil Mister, and King Yellow. Lil J is in jail for murder. King Yellow is too. Plus, unfortunately, Lil Mister was murdered in 2019. Even though FBG Duck wasn't suspected to have any bodies, he was suspected as shooting but missing a lot of OTF 600 members. I suspect in interviews that's why he says he caused them a lot of hell. Plus, throughout these years, FBG Duck has lost many people, like his brother Brick, his cousin Raheem, his cousin Scrap, his cousin Kobe Mack, Tooka, K.I., TB, Poppy, Lil B, Melly, Lil Mister, Motor, and many more. His brother and his cousin was murdered on the same day, 2:50 p.m., July 17th, 2017. Officers responded to a shooting on the 6300 block of South St. Lawrence Street and found one man in the front of a home with a gunshot wound to the head and a second man in the back of a gangway with gunshot wounds to the back and arms. According to the Chicago police, Jermaine Robinson, aka FBG Brick, 26 years of age, was pronounced dead at the scene. Kobe Mack was also pronounced dead at the scene, and he was 31 years of age. These people was close to FBG Duck and in the FBG STL set, but after these murders, FBG Duck went even harder on the music tip and dropped his biggest single of all times in 2018 of January 24th, and this song was called Slide, not dissing anybody particular, but just talking about sliding. And this song of today has over 63 million views. But for this song, FBG Duck felt like he was blackballed and always used to say it in different interviews. But after this song was put out, he was signed to Sony. He says it was over $2 million he was signed for. And on October 12th, 2018, FBG Duck would drop a mixtape named Big Clout, then dropping another mixtape on February 8th of 2019 named This How I'm Coming. He even made a song named Chicago Legends, giving all the Chicago legends respect, even some of his ops. FBG Duck was even arrested a couple times. Nothing major, like on January 19th, 2018, he was arrested for driving on a suspended license and having no valid registration. And on August 4th, 2018, he was arrested again for driving on a suspended license. Both of these times only kept FBG Duck in jail for a couple days. But on July 10th, 2020, FBG Duck will find himself dropping a song that many think is the reason he lost his life. And this song is called Dead Bees. He dissed mostly all of the dead members from OTF 600 like OD, T-Roy, and J Money, and many more.
Said I wanna go this to bed, and okay, I did. But nigga, fuck T-Roy and OD them dead.
And on August 4th, 2020, less than a month after he made that diss, FBG Duck will find himself getting gunned down in broad daylight in one of the best areas in Chicago, named the Gold Coast. Moments before Duck got killed, he pics with him. So Duck asked the store lady if he could go in the back. When they denied his request, his mother says in an interview that he knew what was about to happen.
Fans come in there and want to take pictures with him. That's when he asked the lady in that store, can he go to the back? Because he seen it, he knew it. And that lady told my son, no, because they spotted him. But truth be told, they was gonna kill him in that store.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking for my son, why didn't he leave? Everybody's saying why he didn't leave from down there. I wouldn't leave from the most prestigious place if I know some killers is on me. If they gonna kill me, they gonna kill me right here.
Cause Duck spotted these guys ride past when he was in another store, but he continued to shop. But after he got out the last store, 2 cars pulled up. 4 people got out and let off several rounds at FBG Duck, while the girl he was with let off some shots back, but it wasn't enough to save FBG Duck because it left him shot over 20 times. The 26-year-old woman and a 36-year-old man were taken to the nearby hospital for serious injuries. FBG Duck was pronounced dead August 5th, 2020. My condolences go out to his family, and hopefully his name live on. FBG Duck was known to have 4 kids. His relationship status was unknown. But that'll be about it for FBG Duck. Make sure you like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down there in the comments who y'all want to see next. And as always, stay blessed and stay well. Yeah, I'm out.